here to start the second half. Johnson kicks to Sims. Here's Baylor. New York, no good that time either.
Boy, see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
The kid passes to Cowboy.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
New York calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Here's Barber, covered by Evans. Goes up from the top of the key, and that one's good. Barber's got 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
From deep, Evans. It's rebounded by New York. Richmond outside. Kicks it to Sims. The 3. And again, New York with the triple.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Here's the kid. He's covered by Richmond. Cowboy passes to the kid. Here's the franchise. Again, Los Angeles.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Sims, the pass to Barber. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And New York making a change here. Jamison's checked in. Baylor against Griffin. Baylor's shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Phillips. They get the rebound. Passes it to Justice. Shot clock at 5. The fall. Flash has got 10.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Charity strike shot. Nice shot by Jamison.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
New York trails by 21. Inside. And there's Baylor. That's good on the assist by Jamison. 8 points for the eraser.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Justice the pass to Billups. Here's Flash. Woolridge left side. Shoots from 14. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. For New York, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Here's Barber, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
Exactly. I mean, it had to happen here in the third. Now they've got the run going, and I think they've got to keep it going now.
And here's Purdue. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Now the dish to Billups. Purdue the pass to Billups. Here's Justice. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Sims. And it's blocked. Johnson against Purdue to the middle. And Flash gets it to go. Flash has got 5 points now in the quarter. And so here is New York. 19-point game. New York calls timeout.
Start it.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. A-Train, he's checked in for Goose. Big Danny comes in for Baylor. Thunder's checked in for Johnson. And it's the prodigy in for Barber. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
You look at the turnover situation, guys, and it's not been that bad. Just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Reynolds, guarded by Woolridge. Goes up the baseline. Reynolds can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. No good on the second free throw. New York trails by 20. Shoots from 12. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Flash. Jamison covering. Here's Woolridge. Uses the glass to drop it in. Here's Jamison. 7 points in the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Reynolds. And the layup's good off the glass. Reynolds has got 18 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And with this opportunity, we can top shot blocking teams.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious. If he can do it, why not me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the league in block.
Screen.
Jennings against Billups. Reynolds. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Reynolds has got 4 points this quarter. 1:25 left to play in the third. Here's Justice. Griffin trying to get open. It's rebounded by New York.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow it. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sight.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 8.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Jamison the pass to Reynolds. Lets it go from 14. And again, it's New York.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And that one's good. Griffin.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside. Here's Reynolds. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5. And he makes the first one. So he gets them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Justice the pass to Woolridge. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And so it's Los Angeles controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Richmond. Thunder is out there with A-Train. And it's Big Daddy, and it's Reynolds, and at the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Evans passes to the franchise. Stolen by Jamison. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Nice shot by Evans. Now here's Richmond. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Reynolds. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The franchise has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The kid had another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's Thunder. Outside for Richmond. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot. And again, it's New York. Evans with it. The 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was New York making a change here. Baylor's checked in. Evans against Jamison. Evans feeling it out a bit. Clock at 4. Poke loose, out of bounds. New York takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Prodigy. New York trails by 21. Here's Jamison. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the wide open shot from Evans. Nailed from three-point land.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
New York calls timeout. Clark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
The kid passes to the franchise. Pass to Sloan. From inside, and the pass to the kid. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Baylor. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Goose. That'll be his second foul of the game. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Kerr's checked in for Goose. Silk comes in for Baylor. The Erasers checked in for Johnson. And it's Barber in for Big Daddy. It's deflected, but they get it back. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. New York shooting here about 46% for the game. Pass to Kerr. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Look, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
Richmond the pass to Barber. Shoots. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Barber's got 11 points here in just the second half. From past the arc. Purdue, no luck. For New York, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Lets it go from 14. And he connects with the jumper. Purdue's got 5 points in the quarter.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. And a fast break now for New York. And it's Barber missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Woolridge's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And, Greg, that kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Justice and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. What, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame career.
and close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Passes it to Barber for three. And again, New York with the triple.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Here's Griffin. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Here's Flash. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Then Phillips with the dunk.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
From downtown, Purdue, no luck. And so here is New York. Here's Barber. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Los Angeles leading by 20. Woolridge left side. Over Baylor. Nice move. Rips it home after the terrific move.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
New York calls timeout. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
Stolen away. A solo fast break. Ahead. Here's Woolridge. Up again. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Flash. That's foul number 2 for him. So New York ends up going with the new group. Here's Reynolds, defended by Griffin. It's tipped.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up one more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
Well, they're going to finish, like you said, 4-0 against them, and you're right, very impressive.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the kid.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
From outside the arc, and the basket by Purdue.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done. Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Left side, Billups. Pass to Flash. Now here is Woolridge. From the arc, no good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game, completely took the crowd out of it. That's how to get it done on the road.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
the to clean up froze. They don't you where I'm from. Like the beat I keep with. You ain't got dough, little boy. So dumb, used to be broke, I ain't had no fun. Now I spend it just for fun. Eat that hair, shit for lunch. Walk up in the with the VVS. Can't get my gun cause I don't do the text. Don't give a about how you flex. Pull up with all over my neck. Don't care who next. Give me a kill for C3 man. I'm at the show, but I have my check. Hey, Rob. Walk up in that you clean on frozen and stuff on my name. Never hit to the back, I'm blue. Whatever that's real, no, you know. She love that just so I got in the mix. Kick out the cause we catch the. Yeah, I said we, cause me and my personal man, yeah, just business. Picked up a mic, it was easy.